Okay, please pay attention. Here's our job today. Your job today, first and foremost, what we're going to do, I'm going to go up here to the DMT classroom. And we're going to take a look real quick at the PowerPoint presentation that I did last week that identified the key points in giving a good presentation and about 20 different techniques that can be used to make your presentations nice. Okay. So let's take a look at this over here to refresh our memories. And I want you to, based on your best recollection of these items, you're going to take notes on everybody's PowerPoint or everybody's presentation. And your job today is only to try to identify five of these strategies that the presenter is giving. So, for instance, as we're watching Adam Monaco's presentation, your job on the Post-it notes is to write down 5 of these strategies that you feel Adam used when giving his presentation.
I remember
that was part of his job.
First one.
Well, you should have printed us off a cheat sheet.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'm not gonna remember them.
Yeah, you're probably right, huh?
I have the attention span of a goldfish.
So like 3 or 4 seconds.
Well, I was going to say we could leave these up on the screen, but we can't watch the video and this at the same time.
I have the attention span of Dory.
What if we watch the video and then you open that back up?
I don't even know.
I can't do them both at the same time.
What if we watch the video first?
Yeah, watch the video, then go back into that.
You guys all right with that? They're only,
Yeah.
Most of these videos are only like a minute or 2.
Mine was 3.
All right,
Mine was 2.
let's do that. Let's try it. Let's try it. For the sake of time, let's try this. Let's start with Adam.
Mine's 13 minutes long.
13 minutes.
13 minutes long.
Wow.
Why?
Because she has like 1,000 slides.
Overachiever.
See what that's your whole mouth.
All right, 10:19. We got time. We got an hour here. We'll take care of this. Would you guys feel better if I printed these out for you?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
All right.
I stuttered in
Then
mine.
here's what we can do. Since Barb's is so long, I'll go and print these out while you guys are watching hers. Okay? And we'll get started that way. Barb Snyder. Career run through. Okay, let me kill the music. Okay.
I bet we just watch Adams a bunch of times.
You should watch Aaron's. He doesn't even talk in it. He just goes through his slides.
Serious?
Yeah, he doesn't even talk. He's a
Barbara
loser.
Snyder. Career run through.
It sucks.
FLV.
Don't laugh at me.
Did you just say that?
Okay, here we go. I want you to pay attention. Clayton, you can stand back there, and I want
Move
you to
around.
Get video
Get
of the
people's
kids.
feedback.
Okay, those of you that are those
No
of you that feel that you can recall some of these strategies, go ahead and jot some notes down. I'll be back by the time she's done with having these printed out. Please pay attention, okay? All right.
I'm not grading my own. It's cheating.
13 and a half minutes.
Jeez, Barbara.
Barbara, your microphone's muted. What if it was muted the whole time?
Barbara, I can see your comment about the
Why
boyfriend
because
thing.
I made sure my microphone worked and that it was on.
Well, look, it's muted. I can see it.
Video
right
doesn't
there.
lie. Maybe she figures it out halfway through here. We'll see. And
No.
she's not on camera either.
Look at this, Barbara.
Wow.
You're a disgrace.
No, she's not a disgrace. She made a mistake. Well, she made a couple
Mike, didn't you
mistakes.
tell me that my mic was off and then you sat there and watched me and my microphone and my camera were both on?
You're a liar, too.
Hold on. Oh, wait a minute.
It was talking.
I heard audio.
No, that was me.
That is fine.
That was my gas, sorry.
Can we have
Why am I
creative
friends with
writing
people?
class?
Yeah.
Yes, please. I want
you guys do that kind of stuff in English?
Huh?
Why not?
Why would teachers let us express our creativity?
That's a
I
good
just
question.
ordered it from Gamefly.
All right, let's try it.
Mr. Astrino called me communist today.
Mr. Astrino called me fat.
He did. He called Matt fat and he called me commie.
He did. It was very depressing.
Straight up told me
I'm
that
still
I
rather
am a
deciding on
communist.
when to go to office.
Yeah.
Told me I'm a communist.
He did
Yeah,
too.
'cause they have-
And Miss Bailey.
Yeah.
Because we were saying the Pledge of Allegiance and we don't say it because we told him that we don't believe in it. And then he's like, well, why don't you get out of our country then? We said, we can't. We're under 18. We got this big old
I was
debate
like, you
about
know
it.
what? I'm underage. He was like, fine, send me a
He's like,
postcard
why
when
don't
you
you go
leave.
somewhere that would accept us? And then he's trying to tell us that nowhere accepts us and everybody hates America. We were like, well, go to Canada then. Canada's a pushover. They're a pushovers, Jimmy. We don't care.
Actually, no.
Buys the game and then returns it.
Zoom in on your
This
go-to.
beautiful goatee, I have
Things
Why don't you try
myself.
to Barbara!
See? I have audio.
You know what?
But I don't see Barbara.
Hey! What happened?
Did you run? Wait, did you use that computer over there to make the video?
Yeah, I took a
Because that
look.
thing was glitching out on me too. Like, did you make the final edit in that?
I used the same computer you told me to, Jimmy.
You're not. You should have done it through a different computer. That one doesn't work very well with it.
You told me to use that computer.
No, I said.
I'm blaming you. For
I said no. I said you could like record it. I didn't say that you should have
recorded
used
for
that final.
13 and a half minutes. You would have been okay.
This is our
All right, hold on. Listen up. Listen up. Listen up. Listen up.
the echo.
Most photographers are just doing photography for most of it's just point shoot. Like entry level only need you have to be
I don't know. I went through my slides.
Like I said, she's in the
like you're on your own, you're not
I
working
can't hear it anyway, Matt.
or anything. You're going to Kmart tonight, but it just won't work out very well if you don't know your trying to do
Are you touching my side fat, homie?
touching your side fat.
Hannah.
Do you
Fat
want
Hannah.
This isn't working.
Barbara.
Look at CPR.
It's not Barbara's fault. That's stupid computer.
Hey,
It's bugging out on me,
Jimmy.
too.
You know what?
Get
I'm
a
gonna blame
CPR.
you, Jimmy.
I give up.
Failure!
It stopped itself.
Somebody hit the button. It's buffering.
I'm gonna go with pause
I'll
play.
get buffering.
It's buffering,
Pause, play.
Matthew.
Pause play.
I can't
Oh
tell
yeah,
if
that's
it's-
you high-fiving back there talking.
Again,
at-
Haven't you ever heard that
Hey,
parody?
Aaron, how's
It's a
your
parody
boyfriend, by the way?
What?
of a song. I don't remember which one.
I don't know.
But it's like your
Barbara, you never answered me. Who's my boyfriend?
because
I crashed my car into a bridge.
You just noticed that?
Well, I asked you the other day when we were recording and you didn't answer.
I like how Blaine is recording us having this conversation.
about what?
I didn't
Buffering?
hear your message. In general, what we're talking about.
Go ahead, I'm not
Bye,
talking.
camera.
I'm coming up, so you better get this party started.
What?
What is with
Yeah, I thought I was recording.
Can
Because
somebody
little Adam
just,
loves
like, click
pink.
the button?
So
click
now
the
I
button?
love pink
Here, let me
because
see
little
the
Adam
iPad.
loves
Pink
pink.
is awesome. I'm sorry.
Just like when he like curves the calorie dog for
I'm
a
going
week,
to be
I like
epic
curves the
and
calorie
hit this
dog
button
for a
and
week.
then click.
I liked it for more than a week. I
That
love
was
that show.
subtle.
I got people.
Okay.
Nothing happened.
Little Adam.
Nothing.
Little Adam, I
It's a
told
no
Hannah that we
secret
talked about her
admirer.
yesterday on the
Secret
way home.
admirer.
Oh, you weren't
So I told Hannah that we talked about her yesterday on the way home.
Come on now.
We did.
I was busy.
We talked about. He said he had things to meet
Hannah.
do.
No,
Hannah.
we walked
Think
out.
about it. It was about Hannah.
No, I said, like,
Oh, we did talk about, huh?
when you get back, I have people and things to do, and I was like, oh, wait. Oh, whoops.
Oh, it
Should I
did
be
move in
concerned?
time change, but ow!
You should be concerned because what we were talking about could potentially lead to you getting hurt.
Wait. Was
You're
that?
on camera, Matt.
Oh no, not by me.
We have
By
issues.
this crazy mother-
It stopped.
It's a piece of crap.
It
That's
paused.
what it is.
Oh,
I know, guys. I don't have any control over technology.
Oh, it started again. We should fix it.
Apple Project virtual classroom and maybe it might work there.
Maybe Mr. E has to stay in here for it to work.
I say and a lot.
Please pay attention.
most of it's just point shoot. Like entry level only need you have to be
Buffering again.
You're rambling.
This ain't going low because it's 13 minutes.
Photographer and you're not, like, you're on your own, you're not working for a business or anything, like, going to Kmart, you might, but it just won't work out very well.
Go to Kmart.
Trying to do retake the photography picture. You have to choose your filters, pictures with editing software and things like that, so that the pictures could. Commercial photographers, well, there are a lot of levels of photography, and commercial photographers do the
Can we
commercial
put what they didn't do?
Scientific photographers do.
I want you to write down 5 things that they did implement, that they used, to techniques that they used. Try to identify at least 5. If you can't, then clearly you can't write them down. Okay?
Slide isn't moving and Barbara doesn't have video.
I would draw myself from this one.
I don't know what's going on with this.
I think she really was on camera and going through her stuff though. So how can you?
Sometimes it glitches out and does that.
I don't know, but like it still says that her mic is muted too.
Is to take
It's like it's crows.
Yeah, it is.
She's using pause.
It does look that way.
Why don't we try a different one first, since this one's 13 minutes, maybe that's the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be the problem. Everything should be working just fine.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying too.
It could be. We're not saying this.
You weren't crude
It's
or
not.
rude,
It's not
Barbara.
the. It's
The
not
Apple
the
TV
TV.
is.
No, isn't
Don't worry, it's not
that
the TV or anything.
I said
It's
you
the
weren't
computer
crude
that
or
she's
rude.
letting it through.
She was
Like, I
breathing
saw it did to
normally,
my video,
as
too.
far as I know.
The computer with the.
I hope
It
she
might
was
I hope she was
breathing.
breathing
Yeah, why don't you just
naturally.
run it off of a landline instead of running
Whatever.
wireless?
Whatever.
I hope
I
Barbara
don't
was
do that.
breathing.
I
I
think
thought
up
the
real
computer over
quick
there
for
was
me.
hooked to the TV. It's already
It
hooked up,
is.
isn't it?
No, I unplugged it.
You're
for the
not
Apple.
being enthusiastic, sorry.
Oh, well, there
You
you go.
provided an outline that didn't work.
And this is just a quick run through on my careers in graphic
Okay,
design.
hold down.
Right here.
Okay, so clearly it's working. All right,
Adam's
now,
works.
Here's the question. Here's the question. Now I do have a question for you guys. Now, Barbara, not to single you out, but we started with you and we ran into a problem there. This is an illustration. Let me ask you guys this. What could just, obviously, Barbara, we're going to have to recompress your video or do another presentation. That's fine. But what could she have done to ensure that we didn't have this type of situation here prior to the presentation? Actually watched what it was that you sent out. Exactly. So when you posted the video to your portfolio page on the website, click and play and watch it a few minutes of it to ensure that everything was okay, would have avoided the situation that we had today. So always double check your work. Not necessarily, I mean, guys, as we know, computers can cause glitches. There can be problems. We had issues with Allie's and Kirsten's the other day as well. So obviously, Barb, I know that you know how to do this, and that's not your fault that you had computer problems. But in the future, we want to make certain that you double check your work before you send it to somebody. What if you were pitching a multimedia product to a client on the internet and that's what they saw? Would they hire you? No, probably not. Okay, so let's take a look at Adam. So we'll fix your problem, Barb. It very well might be that we just, like Jimmy said, need to open that up on a different computer and export it that way. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Get out of
Really
here.
rushed because he did it like
Here's
3
in
minutes
graphic
ago.
design PowerPoint.
Focus.
I chose this career
Focus,
pathway
please.
because it's my personal favorite, and it is what I would like to get into after graduating.
Aw.
The graphic designer is responsible for creating design solutions that have a high visual impact. The role involves listening to clients and understanding their needs before making design decisions. Tasks and technology, I don't have anything written yet, but InDesign and Photoshop are highly used in graphic design, along with Mac products. Magazine companies, record companies.
As you're writing these things down, obviously some of you write smaller than others. If you have to write on 5 different tabs for Adam, that's fine. And just write AM on there so you know it's Adam Monaco, okay? Yeah.
There'll be no way I can come up with 5 things.
Well, if you can't, that's okay. You're trying to identify the 5 things that he was supposed to use. If you can't find them, then maybe he didn't use them. That's part of what we're doing here. You see what I mean? So it's not.
I don't understand what I'm supposed to do.
You're looking for these right here. For instance, did Adam project his voice well to where you could hear him? Did he vary his speaking pace at all? Did he dress for his audience? Did he, let's see here.
Videotape himself.
Was he, right, there you go. Did he use appropriate visuals in his presentation? You're looking to identify 5 of these techniques that you think he used during his presentation.
So
You understand?
prepare yourself emotionally.
Okay. Well, you can tell that. You can tell that if somebody's very comfortable on camera and very at ease. You know what I mean?
Let's continue.
Okay,
I
let's
want to see
continue.
the rest of the
TV shows are just some of the many places you can find graphic design needs. That is what I would like to get into. Educational requirements, some kind of college, such as Du Bois Business College, the Art Institutes, or Clarion or Carnegie. Certifications, it helps if you have Adobe certifications. That is my how.
That's like,
Okay.
that was fast.
Stop sharing. Okay. Everybody give me items. Okay. Here's what we're going to do.
Do you want me to put AM on it?
Huh? Yeah, AM for Adam Monaco. Just hand them to me. I'm going to take them. Okay, now what I'm going to do, we're going to go on to the next one, and I'm going to go in the other room,
Let's go for Matt.
and I'm going to post these up on Adam's box up on the board.
Do Matt next.
Okay? Thank you.
Don't do mine.
Can I share mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I did not use a
Thank
photo
you.
graphics.
Okay. So if you all take a look at the whiteboard, now what we're going to do tomorrow, Matt is sharing his. Tomorrow, you all are going to review these to get some feedback from your friends here. And then we're going to do a more comprehensive review where you will actually ask questions of the presenter. You are going to make suggestions on how they can make their presentation better.
Okay,
So
Matt's
tomorrow we're going to do a more comprehensive review. Then we're going to gather that information. By the end of this week, my hope and my goal is to get all of you guys up on this big desk and give your final presentations, okay? Based on your edits and your revisions from your peer presentations. So I'm going to go put this under Adam's box on the whiteboard. Okay, let's do Matt Witherite.
This is what my PowerPoint is about directing. The point of this PowerPoint is to show why I want to be a director and to show some directors that I like and that are famous. Okay, this picture that's up here, that's in this corner. Thank you, Mystery. I know I'm looking good. I appreciate that very much. Okay. This picture above shows a map of the United States. It is color-coded according to the many directors and producers and that are employed in each state and how much they earn. As you can see, Pennsylvania is the darkest color on the scale. It is the 5th nationwide, only to California, New York, Florida, and Texas for highest employability and salary for directors. See, you don't want to go to these areas like Wyoming and North Dakota and South Dakota and NE. Those states up there are...
I didn't know these states were, so I skipped over them.
Next slide is the reason. This is my reason.
I
A
read all
career that is interesting to me is a director for motion pictures and television. Directors are often confused with producers.
5.5 minutes.
The main difference is that the producer oversees the entire project, including the budget of the film. Now, the director mainly focuses on the creative aspect of the project. In this career, I would have the potential to earn, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, over $100,000 a year. However, if your movie or TV show hits well with the public, it could be a higher salary, which would be...
Shut up, I'm talking!
And I have to say, I'm very, very
the
impressed.
director's job
I mean, you did a
varies
great
from
job.
company to company, but they usually have some crossover. Typically, good jobs for a director are interpreting the script to make it into a film or TV show. When interpreting, this can include planning set designs, finding locations, and finding actors/actresses and coaching these actors/actresses in how you want the character portrayed. They may also oversee the technical aspect of the cinematography and other jobs. I believe I would enjoy this job because I am very creative. Creativity is the key skill in this job. You have to be able to visualize the script and see it come to life to be able to successfully put it on screen.
Now, these are some directors that I enjoy and I like their films. I like Judd Apatow because he is definitely one of the greatest actors in my mind, or not actor, but director in my mind. He's best known for Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy, which was like probably halfway through his career, but it is definitely his funniest film, I believe. Person to the right of him is Evan Goldberg, which is best known for the movie Superbad, which is another awesome movie that I like. And then the person to his right is Seth MacFarlane, which is best known for the TV series Family Guy and American Dad. He's really funny. I like him. Family Guy is definitely one of my favorite TV shows. And now here are some not so more directors I like. I mean, I still like these directors, but these are more of like top directors that have actually done something worth mentioning in their career. Christopher Nolan for the Dark Knight trilogy, Quentin Tarantino for the Kill Bill volumes, and David Yates for the Harry Potter saga. These three people are very good directors. Why are you judging me, Aaron? Aaron's over there judging me. I feel weird. These are...
He was sitting there the whole time, just like...
The top 7 films
Sit there, make me mad.
in the world. One is the American Film Institute. 2 is the University of Southern California. 3 is the Beijing Film Academy. 5 is the New York University School of the Arts. 5 is the University of California, Los Angeles. 6 is the California Institute of the Arts, which is the college I would like to go to, but it probably never happened. And 7 is the Film and TV School of the Academy of the Performing Arts in Prague. Yes, Prague. I went there. I didn't really. And this is the greatest animated movie ever. It is Wreck-It Ralph. Okay? I just put it in there because I got bored, and it is the greatest animated movie in the world. Besides Monster University, which hasn't come out.
Wreck-It Ralph. I've never seen that.
How dare you?
Is it good?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's new. It's great.
It's awesome.
Okay.
And sad.
Yeah, my presentation.
It is sad.
It is
Okay, excellent. Excellent job,
Good job,
Matthew.
Hannah.
Okay, who's next? Who's next?
Hannah.
Hannah.
Okay, Hannah, here's yours. Go ahead and share yours.
Here, I want to do it.
And give me Matt's notes. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. So follow me with this.
All right.
Okay. So what we're doing is we're collecting our Post-it notes.
Collecting
This is for
them.
Mrs. Mowry. We are collecting our Post-it notes.
And we're gonna
Where
put them on the board
students
in there.
Identified 5 techniques that were used in these presentations.
Everybody has a block that they go on.
Everybody has a block. Give me that, you. And then we're going to put these in here. And tomorrow, the kids are going to tabulate. So we got Matt Wither, right? And Matt did an excellent job.
The jobs that I will be doing are visual effects artist, director, and screenwriter. And so the first one is visual effects artist. A visual effects artist is a person.
That one's upside down.
That's okay. Everybody's just going to come and take these tomorrow anyway.
Outside of a live action shot.
Hey.
So as you can see from this picture,
Part of the review process. Excellent.
screen like this over here on the right. And
And
there's something like this.
there we go. All right, let's go back in and watch Hannah.
The average salary a person can earn a year at an entry-level position as a visual effects artist is $35,000 to $70,000 per year. And I have some more example pictures here of some visual effects stuff. Next job is directors. Directors are often confused with producers, but the main difference is that producers oversee the entire project. Like producers also cover like the budget and advertising and stuff like that. Director just focuses on film. Here's some famous directors, you know, just see if you know anybody. This is Peter Jackson. He did Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. J.J. Abrams has done Star Trek, Lost, all
Hit play.
So I'm pretty sure she copied.
kinds of stuff like that.
Kidding.
It's not working. I'm gonna retry.
Obviously. This is Catherine Bigelow. She's the only female director to have won the Oscar for Best Director. So she did Zero Dark 30 and.
It froze on Hannah's too.
Mine was working yesterday.
Hannah's does work. I watched it all.
Again,
Yeah, it's just a thing. We can still listen to it at least.
Yeah, hit pause.
I
That's
did.
what we just did.
That's what we were doing it for like 5
I don't
minutes.
know if this Apple TV thing is line of sight or not.
The director can earn an average of $114,450
Provide an outline.
a year.
I don't see
And that can
that.
change depending on
Okay.
how popular your movie is. Like I'm sure Peter Jackson here is making a lot more money than that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Are you pretty sure about
Yes,
that?
I'm pretty
And
sure.
screenwriter.
Well, we're gonna go ahead
There's a lot
and
of text
continue
on
with
his page,
this.
but basically you can take time to read it if you'd like. Basically it says that a screenwriter can, in the entertainment field, will either write for television or movies, and like they can either be given the characters they're going to use, or they could be creating a whole new storyline and such. So a company may ask them to write something specific, or they could just freelance and do whatever they feel they would like to do.
You would freeze on this.
Okay, and a screenwriter can earn up to $68,420 per year, which is a lot. And that's the screenwriter for The Hobbit and the original Lord of the Rings. You can see her up here too.
Yeah, I got
And
that.
that's Peter Jackson when he was fat.
Like a boss.
I had a picture of Peter Jackson when he was fat.
And my resources for net zero.
Here's my sticky
Funny,
note on
because he
Hannah.
went from really big to really
all the
skinny.
fun Lord of the Rings pictures on my PowerPoint.
Haha, we got to see all mine.
This is crazy.
Ah.
All right, so it's cut off. Okay, give me Hannah's notes.
Start sharing, share document. I'm gonna do Allie's next, which is
I don't
cool.
think that's what the problem is.
I'm gonna do Allie's next.
I don't think it's the Apple TV thing. I think it's our internet problem.
Mystery.
Okay, let's get the next one up.
Aaron.
Who's next?
Allie.
I'm
Allie,
gonna
go ahead.
spell Allie's name all fancy like.
Oh, I've been right.
Okay, excellent.
Sorry.
All right. While you're filming, I want you to get the kids here. We don't.
I
need
have
to be-
been. I wasn't just on that.
Okay, who else? Derek, you done? Excellent.
Goes up in Hannah's face.
Turn it up.
I am. I got this.
I'm a lion.
Lioness.
DJ software and other programs. The career overview of DJing. This career requires talent to be able to hear audio, not as just as a background noise, but as an art form and a way of life. If you can't last a day without music or singing, you're more than likely going to be DJ or something along those lines. Tasks. You must know how to mix the tracks and what type of genre the crowd you are performing for has a liking for. You need to know what equipment you have to mix the tracks, and you need to know the original style of mixing and or a monitor for people who know you. As a DJ, you may end up producing original tracks for other artists. Technology, you will need a laptop or a computer to keep all your data, a speaker set, headphone, turntable mixer, and possibly color lights whenever you're performing. The user in my school site,
Looks like a picture of a Death Star.
connects you to DJ site schools, the sites of DJ schools in the area that you are looking that it will help you succeed in what you are looking to do with audio production. The Scratch website is for the Scratch Academy, which is a group of schools in the United States, mostly in New York and the Eastern area, and then there's some in the other parts of the United States.
Did you identify anything there, Mike?
Is my presentation?
Okay. So she was prepared emotionally, she dressed for her audience, and she projected well into the mic. Good job, Matt. Who we got here? Okay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Excellent.
I'm gonna go with Clayton.
Excellent.
Clayton's next.
Okay, here you go, bud. Who's next?
Man, you drew on mine.
I didn't draw him.
Matt drew on
I
it.
didn't draw on it.
I watched you do it.
I was gonna draw a smiley face on it.
She drew on it.
I did draw on it.
You drew on it.
I wanted to.
Okay, you guys
Still
ready?
horrible.
Okay, go ahead, Clayton.
Play it. I spoke
Audio
quietly.
producers can make up to $60,000 per year as an annual salary if you work for the right company. Some make more and less.
Yeah, people can sit there wherever you can go.
I hear me.
I run my own company though. Along with being an audio producer, I want to run like everything by myself. So I'm going to be producing myself and other people in the company. I have a list here of some of the more famous recording studios, like just of the world, not just of the U.S. So there's places like SARM Studios Ireland in Nottingham, London, and Electric Radio Studios in New York City. Each of the studios have important history in the music world. Like Electric Lady has produced people like Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that, really well-known artists. My plan isn't really to have the most money. The reason I got into the business was more for the people and the fans because that's.
Are you in the business, Clayton?
It's just more what I'm using. Right here is the juggalos and some possibilities. That's more to me, the
Probably, yeah, it's a
fans are
picture of the gathering.
Even though money is a necessity for the world right now.
Nobody's naked or nothing.
For me, there really is no if, because I know that I have
Look, come on the screen behind us.
Oh yeah, he comes right over.
2 seconds right there, I go.
I know there's more that I need to learn, but I plan on going through that, through stuff like college and stuff like that. So I know that anything that is put by me, I know that I can go through it in order to surpass everything and get to the top where I can be. Like I said, I'm going to need to go to college to have correct requirements in order to run the business. I want to go to a business college for a couple of years, just to further my training after Death Tech, and then I'm going to go another 4 years to college to get a business degree.
Hey, look, guys, there's all of us.
I'm so cute. I plan on pursuing the stream and making it a reality. Like I said, there are going to be some hard times during the building process, but I know it's really going to be worth it in the end. So, for me, this is something that I need to do.
Okay. Notes on Clayton's presentation. Let's gather up these notes.
He used appropriate visuals.
Thank you.
I like all his
Thank you. Now, you
visuals.
guys should be getting creative when you're going through this because obviously some of the kids use more than 5 techniques, and perhaps they may not even realize that they did. So it would be helpful to identify these, and this is a good exercise for you. All right, who's
He
next?
doesn't even
Run
talk.
Aaron, run in.
He doesn't even talk.
Here's the video, guys. Watch it.
He just goes through his slides.
Let's watch Aaron.
That will speak for itself. No
How
pun
do I
intended.
spell Aaron's name? I don't know.
His silence will speak for itself.
This is 31
As
seconds.
will his blanks first slide.
It's 31 seconds.
31 seconds of nothing.
I'm telling you, there's actually content there. It's just not showing up.
Aaron.
There's lots of content.
That was not lots. That was like 2. That was like.
No content, you loser.
Hey, there's plenty. I can't talk.
Alright, let's
that.
play it again because I don't know if everything showed up there. Where's the play button?
Does he even like show his webcam?
Here, mystery.
Like halfway through it.
Oh my god, I'm shocked.
Hey, Aaron, this is off the test. It goes like
good
to
job, Aaron.
I know.
Chris is next.
31 seconds of excellence from Aaron.
Hey, good
No, don't.
You're gonna write cat on yours.
There you go. Thank
And
you.
then Jimmy.
I'm a lion, thank
No.
you very much.
Alright, everybody, here's Kirsten. Shut up.
Are you talking yet?
Are you talking yet?
Turn it up.
Here's our Aaron's.
You're talking?
It is off the
Why does it
whole
look like you're wearing invisible sunglasses?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Nothing like that.
Discourse me.
Tasks and technology involved. Unfortunately,
Why isn't my slide showing up? That makes me sad.
You're really quiet and your slide doesn't show up.
That makes me sad.
Yeah, no.
Hannah was there motivating me, if that makes it any better. She was yelling at me in the chat. She was there watching.
Wait,
Yeah,
I read that.
You go, Kirsten!
Guys, hold it down, please. We can't hear her.
She's barely talking.
I know.
My thing was off too. I'm quiet.
self-employed, they can make anywhere from 43,000 a year education in class. Everybody is not necessarily needed to be an administrator, but you can get in this degree or a bachelor's or a master's degree in education.
Is that the whole way?
Yeah.
You can get certification in programs like Illustrator or Photoshop, both running around $180.
Keep getting emails.
There you go. That's about it. I know. I get like 9,000 of them a day.
Stop getting
All right.
emails.
How many things did you subscribe
Kirsten
to?
Hine.
Subscribe to so many videos.
Darren, you're next.
My arm.
Well.
I can't detach my arm.
Okay, anybody else? Kirsten? Okay, who is next up? Derringer Lathrop. Yeah, man. Darringer. Lathrop. We know Darren. Okay, did I get
Okay, you guys ready? Shut up.
Hold on now, be nice. Okay, this is Derringer's notes on games, a game being a game designer.
No mic. No mic.
That's okay.
Can we see his slides?
Yep, he's got it up there. That's all right. This is why we practice, guys. Everybody makes mistakes.
Everybody has those days.
And he's brand spanking new. This was the first time that we
Oh, for
set
a
him up
second there,
yesterday.
I
So
started talking. I thought he was going to finish the freaking lyrics. I was like, no, don't even do
let's
it.
just let it go for right now, okay? Based on what you can see,
Appropriate visuals.
how did he do that was positive? What did he do right? That's what our focus is today. Can you identify? It's actually challenging. Can you identify? I mean, I can tell right now. He used visuals that were appropriate to the content.
I was just writing out one down.
Very good, absolutely. He apparently is very natural and has a comfortable stance on camera. Okay?
This is hard because most of these requirements involve microphones or talking or the way you're speaking or the way you present yourself, and it's hard
I
to
know,
do when they're
that's
not
okay.
presenting
We'll,
themselves.
like I say, Derringer's brand spanking new here, so let me go ahead and put Kirsten's up.
Can I just stick with
And
stick
this
with
is for
3 and a line?
Derringer.
I'm going to go with 3 and a line.
Okay.
I
There's
can't think of it.
Derringer's. Very good, and he's got his resources in here. Now I want to remind everybody, this is something that I didn't see on everybody's videos, is your resources.
I had a resources page.
Some people
Mine
did, some
isn't
people
done
didn't.
yet.
You wanna make
I
sure
had a
that you have
resources
that.
page, but you didn't get to see my slides
I
because
know.
they didn't load it for some reason.
Good job, Darren.
My slides are
But Hannah sat there and watched my slides with me, so
No, I'm not.
Hannah.
they're worth it.
Okay, pull up the next one, guys.
Who's next? in the
Jimmy.
list?
Jimmy!
I think it's even Michael.
Jimmy.
It should be Evans, shouldn't it? Yeah, Evans. Go ahead and do Evans.
Jimmy!
No. No.
Jimmy.
Hi everybody, my name is Jimmy Crow, and today I'm going to do a presentation on film and video editors. As you can tell from this first slide. Alright, let's go forward.
Whoa.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Some of the tasks of a film and video editor are to organize and string together raw footage into continuous, or according to scripts, or the information of directors and producers. Another
I
task
will not
of
make out with you, so stop trying to play footsie
film
with
editor
me, Kirsten.
is to review assembled films or edited videotapes on screens or monitors to determine if corrections are necessary. And one last task of a film video editor is to trim film segments, specified lengths, and reassemble segments and sequences that present stories with maximum effect. Now, the tools of technology for the film video editor are desktop computers, digital video disc players or recorders, media control systems, or video editors. I don't know, some for you. Now, some of the abilities that are pretty useful for a film video editor are near vision, oral comprehension, and written comprehension. Now, near vision is the ability to see details at close range,
Jimmy, you're grading
which is
yourself.
within a few feet of you.
I don't know, he told me.
I said no. I said no.
Oral comprehension is
yeah,
the
yeah,
ability to listen to and understand information and ideas presented through spoken words and sentences.
And written comprehension is the ability to read and understand information and ideas presented in writing. Now, so education and training necessary for film videographer. Camera operators typically need bachelor's degrees and some on-the-job training. Most film editors have a bachelor's degree and several years of experience as an assistant to a film editor. The income potential for the next 5 years for a film editor. So far, the median annual wage of camera operators is $50,390. You done? And just abilities for the next 5 years as a film video editor. From 2010 to 2020, I guess. The total of all the occupations is 14% increase. And film and video editors is projected as a 5% increase. While camera operators and all that have about 2 to 4%. And that is the end of my presentation. Dave.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Oh.
I didn't get to see my weight.
Alright, we still have Autumn and Mike.
Will everyone
Okay, let's get, who's up next? Thank you.
And we got Tim.
Thank you.
Tim didn't do one.
Yeah. They're saving the best for last.
Okay, who else we got?
That doesn't do anything.
Anybody else?
Mike.
Okay, let's do Mike or Autumn. Mike or Autumn and
Whose is
who else?
this?
I think that's it then, right? Let's do Mike and Autumn and wrap it up.
Whose is it?
Come on.
Oh, it's Autumn's.
Specifically the animator and 3D designer part of it. Why did I choose this pathway? I chose this field since I really enjoy working with programs such as After Effects and Flash to try and create unique work that can call my animators if I learn to use Flash properly. Career overview. Multimedia artists and animators create animation visual effects for television, movies, video games, and other media. They create 2 and 3D dimensional models in animation. People in this field often work in specific fields such as creating animated movies. They can even farmers specialize in their field and only working on one thing in the field, such as creating background or character designs for video games. Several animators will often collaborate on one big project or splitting up to work on different sections of it, such as one will work on a certain part of an animation or a character. Some artists will prefer to work on their computers using software and drawing it there. But some prefer to work by hand using software that translates their work onto computer programs. And some just like to use storyboards to help visualize the final project during the design process, such as creating storyboards or images. Different technologies involved. Tasks include creating 2D and 3D images to continue motion and processes in computer animation or modeling processes. Exploring complex graphics and animation using creativity and available software. By story development, directing and editing to create animation storyboards.
I don't know if it's the video itself froze up or if it's just the band. Okay.
That's what mine did.
Yeah, I know.
Objects and characters appear lifelike using effects like color and lighting.
Yeah, it froze.
Create designs for TV, labels, cartoons, web pages, and other things that people need of people to create things. Technologies used are Photoshop, Flash, After Effects, Illustrator, Premiere, and Blender, and some.
Okay, pause that. Okay, I'm getting ones back here with only 2 and 3. Your job is to try to identify 5. If you've given me a list with just 3 and she's not even
Maybe
done
they're
yet.
still writing some down
Well,
and we just gave you 1. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's room on that.
Oh, never mind.
That's my point. Somebody's just slacking. Okay, so
Here, I got 2.
keep your notes until they're done, and then give them to me because one might pop up in the last few seconds.
Ready, set, go.
Go ahead. Nice.
Technologies are computers, graphic tablets, digital camera, film board. Here are the jobs available. On average, people earn about $60,830 annually on average. Different jobs in this field earn more than others do, such as an animator might earn more than a designer. But most people in this field work with and still currently growing. However, there is a lot of competition among young people trying to find new jobs that are difficult.
educational requirements. You don't really need to go to college for skills, since employers really want someone with a good portfolio on technological skills. However, many artists and animators have a bachelor's degree in something related to the field like computer graphics, animation, or another related field. Different classes you would go to depends on what you're going for a degree for. Some animation studios have their own software and computer applications they use to create films and will give workers on the job training on how to use the software. Some people do go for an associate's degree, but this is not really necessary since you don't even need any degree, or you could go for a basic degree. There are Adobe certifications available that would help to get you hired even if you don't go for college. They are available for After Effects, Flash, Premiere, and other software uses like one you would use that would help to get you hired even if you don't go for college. They are available for After Effects, Flash, Premiere, and other software uses like one you would use in this field. After Effects 1 is just on the basics of how to use the program. Flash 1 is on things like how to use ActionScript 3.0, appropriately optimize deploy Flash on the web and alternate ways for non-Flash devices and build complex animations with nested movie clips. The Premiere 1 is just on things like preparing a video sequence.
That's the end of that. Okay, next one. Let's get Autumn's, and then we'll go to the next one. Very good, Autumn. Next one.
Next is Mike.
Mike, and
Mike
then
Evans.
we're done for today. Thank you, man.
What do you mean no? Mike's is the last one.
Mike Evans, okay.
Everybody be very critical with it.
Club DJ. Tim didn't do one.
Shut up, people!
You used my picture.
Mike Evans.
It's pretty actually really good.
Who didn't do it?
Mainly people.
Your mom.
Meet so many people just by being a DJ. You do a great living. You live probably mainly you're gonna live in a big town most of the time, but sometimes you may live in the country. It depends on how big your state is.
It's enough money, sir.
Yeah, you pay ranges from club to club. It can be from $27,000 to about $100,000, $4. It's average yearly. Basic equipment you might need. Basically, each controller is a new market mix track. The professional one is a NS7FX, which is also built with made by also new market. Programs, virtual DJ, Serato, Trackcore, and Ableton are just a few names that you go off of. Price for the equipment can range from anywhere from $2,000 to about $10,000, depending on what equipment you're going to really get. Schools, you don't need a degree to be a DJ, but there are certain schools to which you can go to learn how to DJ. SamThoughtSpot.com DJ to play it gives you a list of schools. CrashCon also gives you a list of DJ Academy. I've actually DJ school. I even haven't got my chance.
Great job, Mrs. Emery. Great job.
Rude introduction.
All right, Mike. Good job. All right. Let's get Mike's notes.
Mike's notes. Autumn has Mike's notes.
Okay. Pass one up. Thank you, sir. Thank you, man.
One more.
Okay.
Jimmy is.
All right. So let me ask you guys this. All right. Just on the surface of it. Okay. Now I understand these were practices. Overall, how would you rate? Let's say on a scale of 1 to 5, as a group, how would you rate us as a team? If you were a small company, if you were a company, hold on, if this team were a company and you guys were pitching your services to a client, I want you to pretend you're the client now and you saw the different presentations from the different groups within the company, the different heads of the, right? How would you rate from 0 to 0 being, I absolutely would never even bother to look at their presentations again, and they should go and find another job, to 5 being these guys were not only outstanding, but price is no object. I want to hire them. As a group, let me see a show of hands. As a group of 0 to 5, how would you rate our overall performance? Let me see. Show of hands.
2.8.
Show of
I
hands.
like 2.8.
Put your hands up. 0 to 5.
How do I do 2.8?
2.8.
A
2.8.
How do I do 2.8?
Okay. What was that, Adam?
I'm rounding it
2.8.
to a 3.
What do you got? What do you got?
I'm rounding
3? About a 3? Okay. So, just off the top of your head, what would you say was the biggest factor in not giving a 5?
I gave a 5.
My slide didn't relay. Me, it was me.
Some of the
My presentation was awful.
Matt Clayton.
Some of the presentations.
Hold on. What?
Some of the different presentations weren't done, so they didn't have all the graphics and everything because they weren't revised, or they didn't have a set up on them, or there were they were like Kirsten was really quiet.
Sorry,
Hold on. Clayton speaking. Go ahead.
We had audio, but there was no video within the
Okay.
presentation.
So we had a couple different issues in play here, right? Number one, you felt that they were somewhat incomplete. Many of them were incomplete, I can tell you, because I set the criteria. Okay? First thing I noticed, you were supposed to have 3 different career pathways that you were exploring in your presentation. Many of you guys didn't bother to do that.
Yep.
Okay? We also had issues with presentations cutting off. But then there is the performance aspect. Very good point. Clayton brought up. Anybody else? Hannah, you had mentioned people speaking clearly or not speaking clearly.
Some of the PowerPoints.
So, Tim, you didn't do one.
Okay. Is there anybody else that would like to comment as to generally why you felt that they were not excellent? Anybody?
Because Allie messed it up.
Huh?
Allie messed it up.
Be specific. Constructive criticism. Anybody?
Allie messed it up.
It was you. It was Ron.
I blame Adam.
People. Come on now.
It was 3 seconds long. And
People. Please. Give me a comment. Bart, what reason would you give that you would say as a group? One reason, if you could, that you just wouldn't rate this as overall excellent.
Well, if I was a company, I wouldn't rate this an overall high score because Aaron didn't talk, and if there's one slacker on the team, then how many more slackers could possibly be on the team?
Me. If this was like a company, if we were a company, I'd just give them a 0.
Any other thoughts, Jimmy? You're always insightful. Hold on. Any other thoughts on why you wouldn't go with an excellent rating for this young company? Hold on, please.
Runyon, that's my only reason.
Really?
3 seconds long and there's absolutely no audio.
And you think everybody else's presentation rated excellent?
It was up to
not excellent. I mean, everybody.
That's what I'm asking you. Why would you not rate this as a group 100% excellent?
Okay,
Beyond error.
I'll admit I did not do a great job myself.
Okay.
But there were quite a few excellent ones, and
Okay.
then there were some that weren't so great due to either glitches in editing them, or because people got lazy, or they just aren't as
Did you think
great.
mine was good?
Yours was actually pretty good.
Yes. Okay. So what I want you guys to think about today is this. Tomorrow, what each of you is going to do is you're going to go back into the virtual classroom and watch each of these individually. If it takes the entire day to do this, this is what we're going to do. And I have a form that you're going to fill out where you rate specifically. You, for instance, will ask a question of your presenter. You will say, what questions have you been left with about the presentation? You are going to rate them on a rating scale of 1 to 5 based on the quality of their presentation, how well they speak, how well they articulate. And then you're going to be able to have your opportunity to give creative suggestions to help your friends get better. Okay? I want to get that done tomorrow. Then the next day, we're going to tabulate all of this content, give you guys time to revise your product, and then I'm hoping Friday we can actually start recording our final presentations. Okay? So, think about today we stuck to the positive. What did everybody do right? Tomorrow we're going to try to identify ways that they can do better. And remember what it means to be issuing constructive criticism. Okay? So very good job today, guys, and I'm impressed. for the first run, I'm impressed. We're going to get there, and you guys are going to end up with really, really nice product by the end of the year. I can guarantee that. You just keep doing what you're doing. Okay? Let's wrap it up for the day. Good job, everybody. And let's take a look at the board here. Matt, what do we got there, brother?
Mics up.
Excellent. Excellent. Look at this. Yeah, post them up there. So let's read some of these. Dressed for
audience.
Dressed for audience. He wasn't crude or rude. He used technology to videotape himself.
Yeah, I don't care about his. I want
Minimized vocal. Well, let's read some of yours. Let's see what you got, Matt. Let's read some of yours, Matthew.
All right.
You guys want to come in here and see some of your comments? What do you got?
I got use a voice recorder, use a appropriate, be enthusiastic, hold a natural stance, use simple yet cold cut language. Okay.
Cold cuts, like ham and cheese?
I guess. Videotape yourself, provide an outline, be enthusiastic, vary your actual voice, vary your speaking voice.
Very good.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, Ani, you want to read some of yours?
Not really.
Okay, that's fine. Anybody want to read some of theirs?
No.
Keep them on there. What do you got, Adam?
Uh-huh.
These are positive things. What'd you do right?
Held a natural stance, I guess.
Very good.
I breathed normally. I wasn't rude. I was conversational. I provided an outline, and I used appropriate visuals.
Very good. How about you, Hannah? What'd you get?
Held a natural stance. Vary your speaking pace. Provide an outline. Use appropriate visuals. Dress for your audience. Learn not to read your content, so I didn't read my content.
Yeah, very good. So you were speaking also. That means you were speaking very conversationally. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Clayton, what do you got?
Okay.
You got quite a few there.
Use appropriate visuals. Don't be crude or rude. Vary delivery. Pause is your friend. I breathe normally. A lot of these have, like, these three have the same thing on it.
Yeah, well, they would have identified the same thing. No problem.
Used I recorded myself. I learned how not to read the content.
Very good. Cool. So tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to have the kids analyze these things and identify the 5 techniques that they actually did work into their presentation, if they did do so. I think some of the kids actually did that, and some of them I think have done it by default because they were just naturally good showmen. So very nice exercise. Worked out for everybody. We're going to do the same thing in the afternoon. Lots of fun, and we'll take this to the next level tomorrow.